Hello my Beatles friends, welcome back to another video. It's been a month since my last video, but it was worth waiting. I got a package from Amazon, and since you saw the picture of this video, you know exactly what we're talking about. We are talking about this one, the Beatles Get Back Blu-ray set. So what am I gonna do? I'm gonna open it right now and make a little unboxing. Live opening. Now I always keep the shrink on. So I'm not gonna tear it off. I'm gonna cut it off. And then what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna glue it back so I can keep the box, you know, safe. You see, just like that. All right. So I have those kind of flips here like that, and now here we go. Okay, so we have here thick cardboard box, and now I'm gonna take a tape and I will glue those flips inside, and I will keep it in a shrink. Now let's go to the unboxing. There's a little nice box here, like a book kind of thing. And here we have the 4 familiar faces that we're looking at all our lives. Alright, now inside those 2 flips we have also another book. Like this, 1, 2, 3, and the calendar. All right. Now, on the second flip, we have a pocket with 4 postcards. Johnny, Polly, Ringo. Sorry, and George. Nice photos. It's a very good material to frame. Now, let's go to the CDs, to the Blu-rays, sorry. All right, so Blu-ray Get Back Part 1. That's the one, and I have it here, Teil 1, which means in German. So on the paper, on the book, it's written part in English, but the discs have German text, Teil. Kind of interesting. I also could order the UK import, but I said, hey, what's the difference? They're not gonna overdub the English speaking parts with German, right? Okay, so this is part 2. And to be honest, my favorite part, the 3, is with the roof. That's the one that I've been waiting for. Wait a second, it's a bit difficult to take it out. This is part 3. Alright, so that's about it. That's the box. That's how it looks like. This is the picture from the Twickenham studios. That's a good poster actually, here could be. So that's it. Now, I've seen this movie twice in December last year. Since then I haven't watched it because I subscribed to Disney to Disney Plus for only a month, and after that I canceled my subscription. and now I'll be watching that again. But the only thing that I have to mention is that I like the movie overall, and being familiar with the old one for many many years, I was waiting, to see the full performances. But what I didn't like about that you almost don't have the full song performed. And I mean, I'm not talking about the rooftop, okay? Just forget about the rooftop. Of course, we have the full concert of a rooftop. I'll get back to that later. But during the movie, we had in the old one, we had Two of Us and Long and Winding Road and Let It Be in a full versions, which we don't have here. And that's the only disadvantage of Peter Jackson's film, is that they, after the rooftop, they just sharply, cut the movie and the titles go, and we have just short bits of all those songs. And that's why I have to go back to the old movie, because we have those parts there. That's the one of the minuses. The one of the pluses that we have the full performance on the roof, uncut with several cameras, which is great. But still, several songs keep having those annoying people talking. So once again, we don't have the full rooftop performance audio clean without people. This is another disadvantage that I didn't like. And having have a bootleg, this bootleg, which is called Last Leaks Live, which is a reprint, that's the only physical media that I have that has actually the full rooftop concert, all 9 songs, without any conversations or any other recordings. And I was hoping to get the same thing, but it's not. Maybe it will be released later. And this is my original, Let It Be movie, which I have for many years already. And it says here, limited collector's edition. Wow. So this is the disadvantage number 2. Now the advantages. I have many scenes in this Get Back new movie that explore the old scenes. For example, there is a scene in the old movie before the song Two of Us, when John and Paul are talking. Well, actually, it's only Paul talking and Lennon is listening, kind of bored. And now in this new movie, we explore that scene and we actually see that it's not only Paul and John talking in privately, they're just talking among others. And why it was cut like that in the original movie, we don't know. And also I like the Twickenham and all those touching moments when Paul McCartney is almost crying and the three of them hug each other when George leaves, and this great moment in the part 2 when George comes back, I like all those little moments. And one of the highlights of this Get Back is that we have a hidden microphone in a vase when John and Paul talking, and we reveal many secrets from that conversation. All right, I can go on talking about the pluses and disadvantages of that. Also, another disadvantage is that out of 60 hours, 56 hours of footage, we have only 8 here and maybe 1 here. So we have another 40 hours of unknown material. And I know that there is a interview of John in that furry coat before he goes to the roof. There is an interview, and we don't have it here. So, I can continue talking about that. But overall, the job that Peter Jackson did is just amazing. It's just great. And what can I say? It's time to enjoy it. What I also like is the timeline that he gave us. I mean, we know which date was or what recorded. So we can take the old movie and reconstruct. And we can see that this movie, the old one, is non-linear. The famous thing we know that is that Two of Us, Long and Winding Road and Let It Be was recorded the day after the rooftop, but in this movie the rooftop is the last part. So I always thought that those 3 songs were recorded before, but no, they were recorded after. All right. So what else can I say about that? My initial thoughts. The calendar, I said. I like the conversations, and I like the arguments. I like the Yoko part actually, which was kind of cool. And they were jamming in the studio, and I always liked from the old movie. I always liked the performance of Besame Mucho that we don't have here. So actually, in order to enjoy fully those movies, you have to combine these together. Thanks for the dates, and I hope that in the future we're gonna get a deluxe version of it with some expanded, with some maybe we're gonna have this movie officially released, as it is, unaltered, and maybe we're gonna get the soundtrack of the concert performance, all 9 songs without any interruptions. Who knows? But as for now, we're gonna enjoy this one. And yeah, that's all I have to say about that. Thank you very much for watching. That's my initial thoughts before I can, go to my Blu-ray player right now. And thank you very much for watching, and see you in my next video. Bye bye.